Okay, everybody, howdy, y'all. It is officially time. Welcome to another Final Fantasy FanFest, this time in London. This is going to be a lot of fun. Hi, welcome, everybody. I hope if you are there tonight, I'm going to move myself a little bit. I hope if you are there today that you have a lot of fun, be safe, be careful. For everyone watching at home, you know, this is probably one of the big ones, right? Like we had the big trailer reveal, of course, but not a whole lot of information. So this time, you know, we will probably see Yoshi P all dressed up for the new job reveal, and we finally start getting some information in terms of what the actual content of Dawn Trail is going to be. So just a little bit of a business before we get started here. I am rebroadcasting from the official Twitch stream. They do have an official YouTube stream. If you're like me and have like 5 things going on at once, just be aware that the YouTube stream is usually a few minutes behind. So if you do want to watch along and, you know, watch things other than just me, then you have that option as well. But be aware that the Twitch stream is a little bit ahead. So aside from that, it should be a lot of fun. So with it being EU FanFest, we should have some live translations. So I think this is scheduled to go for an hour and a half or something like that. Once you start including the time for translation, that's about 45 minutes of actual content reveal. So they've got to pack in a lot. This, like I said, is a very, very big time in the realm of Final Fantasy XIV, right? So we will almost certainly get the first job reveal. Second job reveal is probably not going to come until JP FanFest. We will probably get, well, I know we'll probably get the extended trailer. It is not the full trailer that we will see at the beginning of the game, but it will be an extended version of what we saw at Dawn Trail with a little bit more, you know, showing up in there. Like, obviously there are spoilers here. I feel like I shouldn't have to say that, but yes, there are spoilers in the FanFest watch-along. Who knew? But as part of that, you know, I know there was that scene where he's fighting the King Mamulja and his cloak starts burning. I have a feeling that will burn all the way through to reveal the new job. That would be my guess, but as we've probably seen in the past, I'm very bad at speculation, so more than likely I'm wrong on that, but that's my guess, is at some point in one of the trailers, that is going to be the big reveal. I don't know if we will get female Rothgar. You know, I would like to see them. I think everyone is ready to see them, but as with anything that involves a lot of new art assets, it could be something that they're holding off for JP FanFest, just because they're not quite as polished as Yoshi P wants them to be. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I wouldn't be surprised if we get, you know, the new Gold Saucer game. Please be Blitzball. He can say no Blitzball as much as he wants. And like Goku powering up the Spirit Bomb, I am putting all of my faith into, all of my energy into this one thing, because I really, really, really want Blitzball. But yeah, I mean, we could get a little bit more info about the new Gold Saucer stuff. If they're going to be doing any updates to Island Sanctuary or, you know, some of the small mini stuff like that, we'll probably get a little bit. Probably the other big thing, I think, I mean, it's been a while since the last EU FanFest. I think that they usually do more of the reveals for the Alliance Raid and normal Raid series. Usually it's just key art and that kind of thing, as well as the name announcement. If they have any, you know, guest developers for it, sometimes they'll bring them out. I don't know if they're going to keep going with that track. It just really depends on who Yoshi's had as his drinking buddies lately. But that's a possibility. Sometimes they save it for JP, but I think that is more of an EU FanFest kind of thing. But aside from that, I mean, we're just going to get in here and have some fun. Now, if you've never watched one of my streams before, I know very, very, very little Japanese, so, you know, I'll probably be adjusting the audio levels throughout the entire thing. You will have to let me know how things are going. Feel free to chat. I mean, that's what this is all about, right? Like, this is our time as a community to come together and have a lot of fun. Enjoy these reaction videos, you know, for the next year and a half, whatever it happens to be. And sure enough, But with them doing live discussion, I mean, all of my audio levels are set up for gaming right now, so it might be a little bit off. Just let me know if something's too loud, too soft, if I'm talking too much. I mean, I don't know why you'd watch a streamer if you don't want to hear us talk, but you know, I'm not here to judge. There's content for everybody, right? But yeah, you know, most of our time here at these fan festival discussion and reactions is just that. It's talking about our thoughts about the game, the current state of affairs, and just having a good time, having fun being part of the Final Fantasy community, enjoying our time as Warriors of Light. So it should be, you know, a good time for everybody. I feel like this one in particular is quite a bit more hyped up than the North American one. Like, obviously, we all love the new expansion reveal, right? Like, that's always a big thing, but, I mean, just judging from around the net on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, Blue Sky, even my own analytics here, like, it just seems like people are really hungry for new content. So, I think this is going to be a particularly fun fan fest. Aside from that, you know, this one, with it doing the live translation, it's really early morning here. So I should be able to stream the entire thing. Sometimes I might cut it off a little bit at the end when they start going over like merch and that kind of thing. But they're on a pretty strict schedule here. So we're going to just kind of power through most of it. But it shouldn't have any surprises in terms of the timing or the length or what's going to happen with this stream. That said, you know, if you like the content, if you like Final Fantasy XIV, it is my home base game, but I am a variety streamer, so if you like the content, if you like hanging out, you know, like and subscribe. There you go. There's your call to action for for this stream. I don't like doing it that much. Just get it out of the way, shall we? But yeah, hi, I'm Wes. So most of the time, if you ever want to play in-game with me, I am on Crystal. I'm on Balmung as Kyra Vast. And if you have never watched my videos, I specialize in Red Mage. I'm not really expecting any big changes with Red Mage. I mean, we're perfectly balanced, right? So, you know, I don't know if they'll reveal anything with new abilities or anything like that. Sometimes they do. But, you know, that's kind of my specialty. You'll see some Red Mage guides and, you know, some Savage and Extreme playthroughs on the channel. Quite a few, you know, welcome Sprout guides. If you are new to the game, if this is your first FanFest, if you're wondering what in the world is this Final Fantasy game all about, feel free to check those videos out. You know, I go over everything from combat to role-playing to, you know, how to choose what job you want to start out as. Yeah, we keep it pretty casual here. It's pretty fun. So, as far as I'm aware, they have already done all of their audio testing and everything, so it'll be Yoshi P. I don't know if it'll be Koji or their new translator coming in for this one. Now that FF16 is done, he might have moved back to the main team. I don't know for sure. It'd be nice to see Koji again. But yeah, this will be the keynote. I'm really excited about the new job. You know, there's a lot of speculation going around. I don't know when it started happening, but the last few weeks has seen a lot of Green Mage talk. I'd be curious how that's going to work. I'm personally rooting for Pictomancer, you know, Realms class in FF6. But, I mean, you know, the t-shirt this time, it was the Ninja Turtles. It could really be anything. I mean, I doubt I'll be changing my main class from Red Mage, but you never know. You know, they surprised us quite a bit with Sage. I really like Sage. I didn't expect to, being not very good. Hey, there we go. So we're 5 minutes out. Yay! Take a look at the crowd. Let's see if they show some crowd shots. See some of that cosplay. I've seen some pretty good screenshots out there. Some good white mages. Someone with an absolute boss of a Halone cosplay, posting some pictures out there, out on Twitter. A good Emiliance. I saw really good Emiliance. You know, shout out to our cosplayers. I know that they will have their contest coming up later in the FanFest. I believe that is on the main stage, so have some fun. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous. And I'm getting amped up just just looking at the crowd. I miss cons. You know, I used to go to San Diego Comic-Con every year, but then I unfortunately had to move back to the middle of the country and have not had a chance to make it back, but I really, really miss cons. I was so sad I couldn't go to Vegas for FanFest, but, you know, FF14's not going anywhere. Maybe next time, right? Hey, thank you for the follow, Oshu. Hi! Welcome! Oh, that's all we get? They get the one wave, and then they're cut off. Well... You know, they've got a lot of their own stuff they've got to do in the AV room, right? But yeah, this is fun. You know, I'm curious to see what else is gonna show up. I feel like this is gonna be a very FF10 oriented expansion. You know, for those that are just coming to the channel, I've been doing, I don't know, it's been a year and a half, 2 years now. I've been doing a playthrough of every mainline Final Fantasy games, including the sequels like FFX10 to, you know, that kind of thing. So it's really nice being able to go through here and actually understand a lot of references. Like this entire Endwalker patch cycle, I would have understood none of it if I had not played FF4. And, you know, it was a lot of fun being able to understand who is Golbez and who are these elemental lords that we're fighting. I mean, it was a lot of fun. In some ways, it was also kind of annoying because I was like, you know, I already played FF4. I don't need to play it again. But it was nice, and I like what they did with it in the end. I really liked patch 6.5. I feel like it ended on a really good note and leads us into just another adventure, which is going to be a lot of fun after all of the world-ending threats. Universe-ending threats, emotional threats, you name it. I'm ready for the vacation. So yeah, it was a good patch cycle in my opinion. A little long, but I did not have as many issues with it as some of the other players that are very vocal about not having Eureka. I really like this patch cycle overall. And there's so many good games out this year that, you know, I've found other things to do in the meantime. But with all of this coming up, you know, I've been trying to get back in and make sure that my island sanctuary is all up to date for the new stuff and leveling up some of my alt jobs that I've been putting off. Getting some brilliant weapons. Yeah. It's always a nice home base. That's how I always describe FF14, right? It's a good home base. Even if you go out for a little while and try something else, it's just always nice to log back in, return to Eorzea, and, you know, check out your home and see your friends, see what new clubs are hanging out on Crystal. I don't know. I don't really go to the clubs, but it's fun to see what the RP community's been up to, and yeah, just see some familiar faces. So yeah, like I said, if you were there, I hope you're having a lot of fun. And all right, here we go. It's time. It's time. Who's ready for that prelude? Hit us up with that prelude. One of the most iconic tracks in gaming, right? Ooh, I'm hyped. Oh, buddy. And of course, they will probably start with the trailer right off, so we will be starting with a bang here. Okay, just bear with me a bit. All right, 30 seconds. All right, make sure you got your water. Make sure you stretched. Get nice and comfortable, because Dawn Trail awaits. It's gonna be a long journey ahead, friends. Let's do it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go! Oh, buddy. I love this track too. Take me to that ocean. Take me to that crystal clear sea. Alright. See if anything changes.
I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
Our buddy Aaron. Take me on an adventure, friend. Oh. Oh, the music change. Oh, the music change. That bass line. Oh my god. I wonder if Alex got to take part in that. That'd be really cool. Oh.
Come now. There's no cause for panic.
Oh. New Estinian line. Nice.
This one might make for a worthy opponent.
Oh, he's a chunky boy. Stardiver. God, he doesn't need to waste Stardiver on this. Ooh, meat. We got meat. Oh man, that's gorgeous. All right, here we go. This is the part I've been curious about. Oh. Oh, nothing. Oh, nothing. I was baited. Hello. Nutkin. HD RTX on peanuts.
Might you have a moment to speak further?
Who's ready for Mooreritaville? Oh? Oh? Corsair? Are we getting Corsair? I think we are. I think we are. What? What the? Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm okay. I'm okay with this.
At last, we have come to the land you call the New World.
Oh my god. They might have just made my new job. Let's go! Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Now the question is if it's going to be called Corsair, if they're going to come up with some weird new FF name. Did he dress up? Did he cosplay? Oh. Ooh. There it is! There it is! Wonderful. Wonderful. Amazing.
Thank you for coming today. Welcome to the Final Fantasy XIV Fan Festival 2023 in London.
Welcome to FanFest!
My name is Naoki Yoshida, producer and director of Final Fantasy XIV.
Man, that looks so cool.
And also, welcome Michael Christopher Coach Fox.
Hey, Koji's back! Hey, he made it. It's been so long. It's been so long.
It's great to be back. That said, some of you are probably wondering, where's Kate? What did Koji do with Kate? It's okay. Kate is back in Japan working with the team overtime to make sure that the game comes out in summer of 2024. So for now, you're stuck with me.
Wait, I think I'm more taken aback that Yoshi actually has like straight hair right now. Doesn't look like he just woke up. This isn't the Yoshi I know.
All right, that's right. Kate is hard at work back in Japan, and we thought that since Koji was going to be here with the primals, we'd just try to get our money's worth. So,
I mean, fair.
改めて皆さんこんにちは、お久しぶりです。
Oh man, I love that polo.
帰ってこれて本当に嬉しいです。
All right, it's great seeing you all again, and I'm so happy to be back in the UK.
Yay.
さて、北米に続いて開催となるファンフェスティバル2023、2024、今回は欧州ロンドンからお届けしてまいります。
Okay, so now coming hot off the heels of our most recent fan festival in North America, we are excited to kick off the festivities here in London.
前回は北米でしたが、今回ようやく欧州にも帰ってこれました。欧州のプレイヤーの皆さんとお会いできて本当に嬉しいです。
All right, after seeing the fans again in Las Vegas, I've been really looking forward to seeing our fans here in Europe.
It's been so long. Like, when was the last time they did an EU FanFest after all the digital only ones? It's been a while.
そして新生14、今年でついに10周年となります。これまでの本当にたくさんのサポートありがとうございます。改めてお礼を申し上げます。
Oh, thank
All
you,
right, so we've
Uchi.
come a long way in the 13 years since the launch of 1.0 and the 10 years since the relaunch of A Realm Reborn. And we couldn't have made it this far without you. It's been an amazing journey, and you have my deepest thanks for joining us along the way.
Gotta clap to that. Gotta clap for that.
さあ、欧州ファンフェスティバル、僕の開幕基調講演からスタートしてまいりたいと思います。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
And so now, without further ado, I'd like to officially kick off the keynote address.
Yeah, hit us with that new info.
Yoshida-san, what's with the...
I guess he was going for the Raphael look. There we go.
Yeah, what is it?
確かにね、トレーラーに出てましたね。これと同じ格好の光の戦士ね。
All right, it kind of looks like what our Warrior of Light was wearing in the trailer.
まあ僕も
You
50
don't
歳
say.
になったので、そろそろコスプレは勘弁してほしいっていうふうにスタッフに言ったんですけど、まあどうしてもやれと。
So now I just turned 50 years old this year, and I'm getting a little old for cosplay, but the dev team wouldn't take no for an answer, so...
I appreciate that it kept with the Final Fantasy aesthetic of having extra belts. Just all belts. Nothing but
じゃあ早
belts.
速新情報から参りたいんですが、今スクリーンに映ってるこの、新しい CG イラスト、パッケージデザインになる予定です。ぜひ覚えておいてください。
All right, so with that, let's move on to our first piece of information. First, you have this great artwork up here. This is the package artwork.
Wonderful.
And... dun-dun.
New job. Here we go. What are they calling it?
では最初にですね、まだ絶賛開発中なのでお見せできるアクションそんなに多くはないんですが、イメージをつかんでいただくために動画をご用意してます。
And our first new information is about the new job. And as always, rather than have me talk about it, let's give you an exclusive sneak peek with this video showing the job in
We're
action.
already getting the job actions. All right. The problem is, as much as I am excited, I am also garbage at Melee, so we have that to worry about. Nice. Ooh, really using the After Effects there. Ooh, I like that. Seems flashy, seems quick. Oh. Okay, that's cool. That's really cool. I mean, if that's a move or it's level 2 limit break. Nice. Viper, okay. They're just calling it a Viper, huh? Not what I expected. It's a Corsair. You can call it a Corsair. We're gonna know what you mean.
All right, so the first of our two new jobs being released with Dawn Trail is the dual-wielding melee DPS Viper.
Wonder if it's gonna incorporate poisons like the Rogue does in World of Warcraft.
Viper is a
That'd be kinda
Final
cool.
Fantasy XIV original.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it differs from Ninja more than anything.
二刀流の正統派剣士を実装してほしいというたくさんのフィードバックに応える形で今回実装が進んでいます。
So it was designed to cater to those players around the world who have been asking for a new dual-wheel job that's different from Ninja.
All two of you, congratulations. I am excited about it, but man, I don't know if I want to learn
And
melee.
it was designed specifically for Dawn Trail.
Very cool.
アートにも CG にもありますが、今僕が装備しているこのデザインがジョブ専用装備となってます。
And as you can see here in the art, and from what was shown in the video, and what I am wearing, this is the Viper's job-specific gear.
Nice. It's very Assassin's Creedy, isn't it?
ではバイパーの特徴
Not a bad thing. I like it.
All right, so let's take a closer look at the Viper's characteristics.
Okay. You know me, I'm gonna need to add some color. I'm gonna have to use those 2 die
近
channels.
接 DPS で装備枠は忍者と同じデックス命令という区分になってます。
So the Viper's role is melee DPS, with the
Okay.
gear type falling under the dexterity melee category, or the same as Ninja.
What is that, scouting? It's been a long time since I've leveled up a ninja. I think that's scouting, isn't it?
二刀流武器というこの専用の武器を使うことになります。
And Vipers will utilize dual blades that are unique to the job.
クリックしてね。対応クラスは存在して
Oh, the
いないので
required class,
最初からジョブの状
like
態
the
で
the
使用
requirements.
可能です。
Probably
And of course,
70, I
Viper
would
will
assume.
not have any required class. You'll start with the job.
Okay.
条件使う条件は黄金のレガシーの、権利を所有していることといずれかのジョブレベルが80になっていることです。
And the only prerequisites for use being that the players have, of course, purchased Dawn Trail expansion and have at least one job at level 80.
Level 80, okay.
そして
That's not too bad. Most of us should have one at level
ク
80.
エストの開始位置はウルダハを予定してます。
And the starting location for the job quest will be Ul'dah.
Ul'dah, okay. And if you don't have a character at level 80, just so you know, the new free trial has expanded up to the Stormblood expansion. Please like and subscribe.
And again, the job should be available immediately at Dawn Trail's launch, as long as the aforementioned prerequisites are cleared. So if you want to play the whole
Very nice.
Dawn Trail main scenario as a Viper, you can do that.
Yeah, so pretty standard stuff for the new
じゃあ
jobs.
そのバトルイメージちょっと見ていきたいと思います。
All right, let's talk about the battle concept.
Brawly
バイパーはこの
Hunters.
特徴として二刀流武器を使
Yeah,
用しますが
I'm curious about
So a Viper will
the
use a pair of one-handed blades
very
to
curious about the
attack their foes.
two-handed
これを用い
combination.
たこの二刀流の
I mean, it's an
攻撃と
interesting concept.
さらにこのブレードを合体させた合体剣という攻撃2つ、持ってます。
But they can also combine these blades in a single two-handed weapon to deal heavier blows.
If you want a Darth
そして
Mullet,
特徴
go
的
right ahead.
なのがですね、常時ヘイストがかかっている
Yeah, I mean, it'll probably work like Red
攻撃
Mage or
頻度かなり高い
maybe like a
ジョブになり
Reaper.
ます。
So
You
in
know,
addition
you have
to
your
dealing
phases.
with attacks that are so fast that they feel like they already have haste cast on them.
Nice.
今回、まだ開発中ということで、アクションまだまだ少ないんですが、自己強化することで、先ほどねオーラをまとってましたが、そういった
Can
強力
imbue their
な、
body for
DPS
a brief
を達成
period
状
of
態
time.
という特
Okay.
殊なモードも用意されてます。
And so a Viper also has the ability to summon this special power to temporarily enhance themselves. Kind of like you saw with that aura that they had in the
Yeah.
trailer. So
So it's
basically,
kind of like the
you're getting
Reaper.
that extra DPS.
You know, you get your
ウ
extra
ェポン
buff.
スキルの間にアビリテ
For a little
ィを
bit of
挟む
time.
頻度というのも非常に高いことを想定しているので、かなりスタイリッシュかつ操作頻度が高いジョブとして、現在開発が進んでます。
So Viper is a technically demanding yet highly stylish melee
Oh God,
job
technically
that affords
demanding.
frequent opportunities for
Oh
players
God.
to execute various abilities
The
in
exodus of the
between weapon
monks.
skills.
I sense it. I sense it now.
ように開発を進めておりますので、どうぞこの新ジョブバイパーご期待ください。
All right, the development team is working hard to create something that lives up to your high expectations, so please look forward to it.
ありがとうございます。
All right, so there we have it. But we still have one more job to go for JP FanFest. If you are more of a caster like me, please look forward to.
All right, so now, with all of that I've just explained in mind, let's take one more look at that video. Roll it.
Yeah, it looks flashy. It looks really good. I'm pretty excited for it, but man, I don't know. Technically demanding melee is like the bane of my existence. I've always wanted to learn, but I'm not Lamatad. I can't do the ninja thing. I just sit in the back and look fancy. Sometimes jump in and be a fake melee for a little bit. Now, what's also interesting about this, you'll notice that they're still using our current graphics on this. So I don't think this video includes the graphical updates. So imagine how this is going to look with the HD models and everything. Like, you can definitely kind of tell from the lighting that it still looks like it's using the old engine. So I bet that's going to look really, really nice with the lighting updates and everything.
このコスプレすごくてですね、武器ちゃんと合体する。
Yeah, they did a really great job with the cosplay.
あんまりやると飾りが取れそう。
Yeah, you should hold off. It's gonna break. Don't break it. Be careful. Calm down.
もちろんこの王のレガシーで実装されるジョブというのはこのバイパー一つだけではありません。
So now you all know that Dawn Trail will feature not one but two new jobs.
すでに遠隔魔法 DPS キャスターであることは皆さんにお伝えしていますが
So the caster they'll tease us a little bit, but we gotta wait for that usually.
Right, and you already know that the second job is to be ranged magic DPS.
すでに北米の基調講演でもヒントはもう出ておりますので答え合わせはすみません日本のファンフェスまでお待ちください。
But as for what that job is, well, other than the little hint I dropped back in Las Vegas, you're gonna have to wait until Tokyo.
Oh, so it was okay. So the Vegas one was a hint towards both. Interesting. I don't know if he's ever done that.
Wait.
Are you gonna hold those sword the whole time?
まあそうね。
Yeah.
じゃあちょっと武器スタンドを出してもらっていいかしら。
Can we bring the stands out for the swords?
Oh, he's got fancy stands.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Stands for the sword. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
There we go. There we go.
Thank you.
He's already starting to bend him a little bit.
It's okay.
Okay. And now for your real weapon, the clicker.
Okay.
All right, who's ready for some amazing Final Fantasy PowerPoints? Let's get to it.
では続いて、基調講演進めてまいりたいと思います。新たな拡張パッケージ黄金のレガシーについて北米でも、ご紹介しましたがストーリー改めて簡単に振り返っておこうと思います。
All right, so we already talked a little bit about Dawn Trail's story in Las Vegas, but we'd like to do a little recap before we continue.
Yeah, so we're going to the new land. The fight for the next king.
にお届けするのは僕たちからの最高の夏休みがテーマになっております。
So we already talked a little bit about how Dawn Trail would provide the Warriors of Light with a well-deserved summer vacation.
新たなる冒険そのバカンスの目的地は西方のトラル大陸と呼ばれている地域になります。
And that vacation would be taking place in the far western land of Tyrol.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, the big Mamulja, the two-headed one, I think was the former king, if I remember right.
So with the release of
we have to choose the successor.
6.5, you got a glimpse of where the story will be taking you.
本格的にストーリーがこの 7.0 につながっていくのは、パッチ 6.5、メインクエストパート2の方からになりますのでぜひご注目ください。
but it will be the release of part 2 that you'll better understand what's in store for you and the Scions and how everything in Dawntrail's main narrative connects together.
I'm excited for this because this is as close to an actual vacation as I will ever get. I've got to live vicariously through the game.
To sail west across the Indigo Deep to assist in a rite of succession for Tyrell's throne.
I'm sure, Aaron will give us some more information in patch 6.55. Be nice hanging out with him.
Of course, all the Scions will be joining the Warrior of Light in Tyrell.
Oh no, the Scions divided.
But not all will be on the same side for the upcoming contest.
北米でも聞いたんですけど、ちょっとヨーロッパでも聞いてみましょうか。どの暁のメンバーと一緒にレースに参加したいですか?
Okay, so we asked the same question in Las Vegas, but we want to ask all of you, who do you want to be with you when you're done the contest?
You can choose between Team Taco and Team Margarita. Choose your weapon.
I heard Alize first. Somebody's really excited.
I'm with Ariane. I'll just sit up on the balcony and just watch everyone else duke it out. Shout out to the one guy shouting 0. I mean, she'd come along if she could. I think she's a little busy, but...
But we can't tell you now, but who's going to be on your side? Who's going to be on the opposing side? You'll have to wait to find out.
でこの 7.0 拡張の全体のテーマとしては、
Someone said Orchard Fault.
ファイナルファンタジー14新たな冒険の幕開けというテーマを抱えています。
So the main narrative theme for Final Fantasy XIV 7.0 is a journey of new discovery.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat this up. Let me raid some tombs, find some relics. Man, I'm gonna love this expansion.
And as always, we plan on providing players with a full standalone RPG's worth of story and experiences with this single expansion.
Don't even give me quests. Just like let me roam. I would be perfectly happy in the jungle.
What is this contest?
トラル大陸にはどんなエリアや冒険が待ち構えているのか。
What adventures await in this new land?
そしてメトセルクも言っていた黄金鏡というキーワードは一体何なのか。
And what is this?
Yeah, someone in my Discord just made a good point that Reen was a viper this whole time and nobody noticed. It's true when you think about it.
驚いていただく仕掛けというのもご用意していますので、ぜひそのストーリーお見逃しのないようよろしくお願いします。
And of course, we have a lot of other surprises. I can tell you right now, they're going to be big ones.
Big surprises? Oh boy.
僕らもここからね、6.0
Who would have guessed in a Final Fantasy game?
ゾディアック編完結して、この物語がどう皆さんと一緒に転がっていくのか、めちゃくちゃ楽しみにしてますので、ぜひ引き続き皆さんと一緒にファイナルファンタジー14作っていきたいと思います。
I mean, I know you guys really enjoyed the Hydaelyn Zodiark series, but we have something that's even better waiting for you in Dawntrail. We hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be fun to see where the new adventure goes. You know, this is just the beginning. The kicking off several expansions worth of content, so new adventures await.
All right, so next up, let's talk a little bit more about Tyrell, and we're going to start by expanding on some of the info that we released back in Vegas.
Yeah, so we got the new map. It's not Mericidia like we were all
Up until
thinking.
now, we've spent most of our time on the 3 great continents.
今回はドーントレイルの冒険により活動地域が西側、海を越えた西方へ広がっていきます。
But as we talked about last time, our adventures in Dawntrail will be taking us far to the west.
ですので、今回の拡張だけではなく、今後皆さんの冒険の舞台は惑星ハイデリン全体へと
We get to spend like a little bit of time in the Indigo Deep.
But again, this doesn't mean that we've
I
seen
like the
all of
underwater
Hydaelyn.
stuff.
Most of
Probably
Hydaelyn,
the
not
most
all
out of
it.
all of the dungeons and raids.
では
Just please no more deserts. Please
前
no
回の
more
北米のフ
deserts.
ァンフェスでもお伝えした、プレイヤータウントライオラというところに関して追加の情報をお伝えしていきたいと思います。
All right, so next we're going to talk about that main hub, the main center player hub that the Warrior List of Light will be operating from during Dawntrail.
これまでのプレイヤータウンよりもかなり多民族、多くの民族入り乱れた、町という特徴になってます。
So this city of Tuliyolao will be far different from the existing
Oh
player
god,
hubs that the
if
players have
Koji's
seen
having
before.
issues with it,
これまでは
us streamers have no
アー
hope.
トワークでご紹介したんですが、開発が進み、動画の準備ができましたので、動画でご覧いただこうと思います。
So the last time we were only able to show you the city via screenshots and artwork, but this time we've prepared some special in-game footage.
Oh boy.
So with that in mind, roll the tape.
So I wonder if this is going to have the graphical updates. Ooh. Our new capital. Wonderful, wonderful. Make use of those Aetherites. Oh man. It seems like it's gigantic, doesn't it? Like, look at how long it's taking him to run. He's still got the big temple back there. It's gotta be just absolutely massive. But I do enjoy the beachy vibe music. Yeah, I'm into it. Gonna have a lot of fun there. You know us RPers, you put us near a beach and things happen.
So,
Just
before we
we
continue,
don't make the
we
rules.
had a little message
Just
from
how it has to
Soken,
be.
our sound director.
今の動画の曲、まだまだモックアップなので、サンプルだと思ってくださいと、伝えてほしいと言われてます。
So he asked me to tell you that the music playing in the video is just a mock-up.
Oh, really? That's just the
なのでもっ
mock-up.
とすごくなるから期待しててくださいと
I
のこ
would
と
have
です。
taken
And that the
taken
final
that by
job will be
itself.
a lot better.
トライオラこれまでのプレイヤータウンと異なり、多数の民族文化が溶け合っているというお話を
Okay,
先
so
ほ
we're
どし
starting
ま
up
し
in the
た。
north.
So as I mentioned before, the city is far different from the major cities on Highland. It is a culturally diverse, pluralistic state.
トレーラーで主人公と剣を
Gulul
巻いていた
Jaja, okay.
2つの頭を持つ
So yeah, that's
マムジャ
the
王グルールジャジャによっ
the
て
emperor that we
統治さ
see
れ
in
た
the
国で
trailer.
す。
So that massive two-headed Mamulja that we saw the Warrior of Light fighting with in the trailer, that's the current ruler of the nation and king of the Mamulja, Gulul Jaja.
このトライオラオールドシャーレアンと、カイロで国交があります。
But the Mamulja aren't the only peoples living in the city. On top of that, it appears the city has an established trade route with Old Sharlia.
Okay. So I mean, I would have to assume that's how Arendelle like kind of leads into it. And they are gleaners. It's kind of their job, right?
多くの密度あるオブジェクト、グラフィックスアップデートの効果ご覧いただけたんじゃないかなと思います。
So in that walkthrough that you just saw, you saw that there were no NPCs there. Those will be added later. But hopefully you got an idea of what the town will look like and all of the
They better not be hiding the
high quality of
femroths on
objects,
us.
that we have
That's,
thanks to
that
our
might be
graphical
why.
update. では
Yay.
続いて
Clap.
フィールドを
Pachi
行ってみ
Pachi
ましょう。
area. Oh, new areas. Here
So
we
next
go.
I'd like to
So we
introduce
got
you
a
to some of the
little
new
bit of
areas
info.
that you'll find in
Some
Tyrol.
key art of some of the new areas
フィールド
last
まず前
time.
回ご紹介したオルコパチャとヤクテル樹海についてです。
Okay, so first we're going to start off with the two areas that we talked about in Las Vegas, Urcopacha and Yaktel.
こちらも開発が進んでまいりましたので、
It looked
今
really
回
good.
は動画で
Very
ウォ
foresty.
ークスルーご
They
覧いた
showed
だ
off
こ
a
うと思
little
い
bit
ま
of the
す。
new
And
graphical
since we talked
lighting
last,
system.
development, of course, has continued, and we are ready to show you some in-game footage.
They were very proud of the shadows. Hey, I know those balloons. Spent a lot of time helping build one of those. Please don't make me do it again. Ooh. Ooh, pretty. Fog. I love the fog effect. Some ballistas, okay. Interesting. I'm curious about that battlefield. Okay, and this is one of the areas that we saw a little bit of last time, but they didn't show us any actual footage walking through it. Very cool. It is also a little bit bigger than I thought. Like, now that they're walking through it. Seems like it's like this expansion's version of the steps, which I really like the steps, so... I mean, I kind of have to, I'm an Oron, right? So... Ooh, that mist in the background. I'm liking it. It's that little bit of atmosphere, you know? To me, that's what a good MMO is all about. Just a world that you're fine just kind of walking around in.
今回これまで以上に環境設定、自然環境にかなり注力した自然なエリアというのをご覧いただけたかと思います。
Again, what you saw is still under development, but we've worked really hard on these areas, focusing on creating landscapes that feel even more real and natural than ever before.
Yeah, so I can't tell if they have the graphical updates like fully on, but you could tell that some of the effects were definitely a little bit better. Yeah, he's going to talk about it now.
I mean, it's a little bit hard to tell in this video, but we've been taking full advantage of that first graphical update coming with Dawn Trail that you're really going to be able to notice.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell with the fog effects and stuff. Like, that's much better than we're used to.
But these two areas we already talked about in Las Vegas. Today, we're going to bring you something new, some new areas, especially for London.
Kozamauka, okay.
こちらコザマルカという首都であるトライオラの南に広がっている密林地帯です。
I'm gonna love this area.
Is a very dense jungle located to the South Tyrol's capital city.
Oh, that key art looks so good. Yeah, I'm guessing this is where Stinian was walking around in the opening.
巨大な岩登場していたと思います。 岩のある上部とそれから下部2つのエリアに分かれているのがこのエリアの特徴となっています。
Alright, so the unique rock formations that you saw in the trailer are located in this area.
Okay.
And they split the jungle into upper and lower areas through which countless rivers flow.
特に上層と下層の間にある巨大な滝、大瀑布も大きな特徴になっています。
And there are a lot of waterfalls in between the upper and lower areas as well.
Oh, one reminiscent of the goblins. Interesting.
Several different peoples call this region home, meaning there's much.
Wonder if they also have to have the masks. Wonder if they also love cheese.
Right, so let's take a look at
There's so many
some
questions.
screenshots.
Oh.
今回ご紹介するスクリーンショットはいずれも下層からの風景になってます。
So the screenshots that we have here are from the area's lower elevations.
Nice.
今までではちょっと作れなかったような
My only issue with a lot of the screenshots is they always take them at sunset.
よく見えてるんじゃないか
So
な
it's
と
just
思い
like
ます
a blast of yellow.
We're able to create
They just
new type of
really
area that feels very
love yellow and
unique,
orange
from the areas that we've created in the
in a
past.
lot of their content,
今
don't
回
they?
特にですね空気感とかそれから光の表現というものに非常にこだわって開発を進めてます。
And as you can see, special attention has been paid to lighting to create this perfect atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean, the shadows look really good.
そしてこちら、昼間の様子ですね。
A little more depth to it.
And here is the jungle in midday.
大瀑布から流れ落ちた水がいくつもの川となり、支流にこうやって注ぎ込んできていると。
And so the waterfalls from the upper elevations feed the countless small rivers that flow out of the jungle to the sea.
Yes, it's almost like the oasis in Thonalon, just an entire zone. Kind of cool.
And so on the right, you can see a small village, and even in that tree in the center, you can see a small building located within the tree.
そしてこちら最後はやや引いた状態の、円形ですね。
And so we've zoomed out a little for this next shot.
まあ見たところあまり危険な雰囲気というのは感じられないと思うんですが、
Yeah, I mean,
果たして
it looks
どういった物語
like it looks really
いろい
good.
ろ想像していただ
But
ける
if
と
you've been
嬉しい
holding
です。
off on
So from
upgrading your
here, it
specs,
doesn't look that
it
dangerous.
might need
But you all know what lurks
might
in
need
the
to be
shadows,
looking into
so-
that.
さてちょっと続いても もう1エリア紹介していきましょう。
All right,
まず、
so let's move on to our next area,
まずはアートでご覧いただきます。
starting with some artwork.
Secret. Okay.
Wait.
What?
And it's another desert.
It's a mistake.
So many deserts.
The bug.
It's a bug. Oh no.
まあ先ほどまでご紹介してきたところと随分雰囲気が変わり、荒野のような雰囲気だと思います。
I mean, it looks
This
nice from the
arid
key art.
desert-like region is completely different from the previous.
まあ、あそこにある
I do like the key
巨大な
art.
シークレット
I'll give it that.
もちろんマップオブジェクトではないです。
And so we have that big secret. That's not a map object. That's not going to be in the real game, if that wasn't obvious.
あのエリアにですね、
Just put it in. Just giant floating text in the sky. It lets us know we're home.
あまりにもスポイラーが激しすぎるので、シークレットって書いといてくれってお願いをしたので、ああなってます。
So yeah, what we have there is something that is very, very pivotal to the story. It's a huge secret, and
So I wonder if
we
this
didn't
is
want to
the,
show it here because we wanted you to
the final
experience it in
zone,
game,
maybe.
So I made sure that they put secret up there.
Okay. I wonder if this
なの
is
でこの
this is Dawntrail's
基調講演
Tempest, you
など
know,
でお見せしてしまうと、
or
まあ
it's
皆さんの楽しみ
Elpis.
をね、
I guess we'll
大
find
きく
out.
損なってしまう可能性があるので、ぜひですね、プレイヤーの皆さんご自身で見ていただけたらなと思ってこういう対応をさせてもらってます。
Again, we want to show a lot of information here, but we also don't want to ruin your game experience. And so for this, because it's such a big secret and it's so exciting, and we want you to experience that in game, we've decided to keep it under wraps for now.
He's getting so hot in that cosplay. You can kind of tell.
All right,
I don't
so the
blame
name
him.
of this area is Chaloni.
トラル大
Kaloni,
陸中央部に広がる荒野。
So it is a relatively flat, rain-starved region in central Tyrol.
西林線
Verdant surrounds of the
が発見
regions
され
like
たことによって
okay, so I'm guessing
このエリア
that's the
近代化が進んで
that
います
eastern section there.
But here, civilization is experiencing a
Ceruleum
boom due to a
deposits,
recent
okay.
discovery of ceruleum deposits.
まあ
Interesting.
西林線ってちょっと日本語で言うとね、何
So this could be the answer for Garlemald's problems, huh?
And so basically, there are these kind of springs where the ceruleum bursts up through the ground.
I wonder if that's where our Scion split happens, is, you know, Alize and Alphino want to help Garlemald using it, and maybe there's something
So
else
again,
that,
we
like,
mentioned
Yashola and
summer vacation
everyone
before, but the more we
kind of
see
want
of
to
Tyrol,
avoid
the
using
more
it
we
for.
realize, the less we understand about Tyrol.
じゃあスクリーンショットもまだ開発中ですがお見せしましょ
All right, but let's take a look at some in development screenshots.
Oh, that's huge.
う。かなり
It looks like Arizona. It really does. They did a really good
So yes,
job.
unlike the dense jungles that we showed before, this area is a lot more open.
このエ
Yeah.
リアはあれですね、バイクのマウントなんかが大変似合いそ
All
うで
right,
すね。
I can dig
Yeah, it looks like
this.
this would be
I
a
can
good place
vibe with
to break out
this.
your motorbike mounts.
機械
And
が
another
それ
railroad.
から、技術進歩というのが目覚ましく進んできてお
They
り、
just- they just
様々な
really love
人
the
や
railroads.
物との出会いが皆さんを待ち構えています。
Pretty, but not as mind blowing. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it also has to do that there's not a lot of like NPCs or anything yet. I mean, with just being a teaser. Just my impression is that they are way larger than it first appears, which I think is going to be really interesting. So, oh, a big
この
secret.
後の
Ooh.
また情報でもちょっとずつあれこんな雰囲気なのかなみたいな情報出てくるので、
Yeah.
この後の基調
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard coming off of like Elpis and stuff, but I mean, I'm biased for like Rainforest, so I'll probably be happy no matter what it looks like.
もちろん荒野ばかりが広がっているわけではなく、このエリアこうした
Nice little camp.
地域もあってですね、様々
Yeah.
な文化の融合というのが
I mean, I feel like I'm
行われ
alone
て
in not liking MMO deserts that much because a lot of the people in some of the discords that I like really, really love some of the desert zones. So, you know,
ます
everyone's got their thing, got their
ドラマ
vibe.
性高い物語用意していますので、ストーリー展開にぜひご注目ください。
Right, as for what drama awaits you here, as well as the
Oh,
other
that
areas
fog
we
looks
showed
so
today,
good in the
you'll just have to
background.
look forward to it.
Like you don't even notice it looking at the huts,
エリアの
but
紹介
it does look
これぐらいにして
really, really good back there with
前回
the
北
with the
米でご
haze.
紹介したペルペル族に続き
That'll do a
もう
lot to it
一
too. You know, a lot of the screenshots aren't
ちょっと紹介してみよう
full-on
かなと
graphical
思います
updates yet,
So
so
moving on from areas, next up we'd like to talk a little bit about the types of peoples that you'll meet in Tyrol.
まあこれはね皆さんちょっと見たことはあるだろうなと
Did they
This next
discuss the
one,
Mamulcha last
some of
time?
you may recognize them.
こちら
Hey, the moblins.
名前をモブリン族と言います。
And they're called the Moblins.
All right,
エオル
all
セ
right.
ン地
You
域
know
では
what?
ゴブリンと呼ばれ
Let's
て
go.
いる部族です
Let's
が、
go.
基本的には同一部族ですね。
So they strongly resemble the goblins that reside in Eorzea, but they have their own unique characteristics.
ちょっと特徴をご紹介しましょう。
And let's take a look at those characteristics.
先ほどご紹介
Yeah,
した
more about the mage. I'm real
に
curious
住む
about the mage
一
DPS,
つの
but
部族です
unfortunately we got
So these moblins
What, 3
mainly
months to wait
reside
for
in the
that?
previously mentioned jungles of Kozamauka.
三大州に住まうゴブリン族は
I
メカ
think
が大
that's
好きでしたね。
more than just a strong
And unlike
resemblance.
the
I think
goblins, of
that's
three
just a
great
straight up
continents who are
goblin.
expert builders and tinkers.
こちらは調達の達
Procure
人と
any
いう
useful
こと
material.
で大きく考え方が異な
interesting.
っているようです。
Yeah,
These
for the mage
moblins are
DPS, like I
experts
really want
in gathering
Pictomancer,
and
but
procuring items.
you know,
彼らとの
Green
協調
Mage
で
is a
ですね
possibility,
どんな
and it could be
ものづく
something
りが
completely different.
行われていくのか楽しみなところです。プレイヤーの皆さん、特にね、クラフターとかギャザラーとか、絡んでくる可能性が非常に高いんじゃないかなと思います。
And so with these moblins and allies, just think of all the wonderful things that adventurers might create, especially our crafters and gatherers.
Oh, so that's gonna be our okay.
では
Game with that?
エリアの追加情報をお届けしてまいりました。
All right, I think that's about enough
This
today.
fucking detailed
That's
posh
all we can say,
British.
regarding Tyrol.
That would be really funny.
Regarding Tyrol.
ではさらに黄金のレガシーのコンテンツも含めた全体の内容
But the big question is, do they still enjoy cheese as much as their cousins?
Now, I'd like to talk more about the other features and content
Oh.
that await warriors
More
of light
features, you
in
say?
Dawntrail.
Level 90, level 100. There we go.
皆さんのおかげで
A single
ついに
distant woo.
皆さんのレベルが100に到達することになります。
So as you know, we'll be taking the level cap into triple-digit territory, level 100, and that's thanks to you.
Yeah, this is where it starts getting into kind of weird territory. Like, where do they go from
レベル
here?
最後どれぐ
Do
らい
they
まで
do a
行
level
きたいですか
squish?
How
I mean, they've
far
talked
do you wanna-
about
we're
it
at 100
before.
now. How far do you want to go?
999. I mean, obviously.
2000 ねえあんまりレベルの
255
桁が上がりすぎてもね
The UI. You need more space.
Yes
Yeah,
Yes
too many numbers.
EXP
That's right. The XP bar is just.
せっかく一回ね桁下げたの
That's
に
right. We got rid of some of those zeros, so we're gonna have to add.
もちろんクラフターやギャザラーの皆さんもすべてレベルキャップ100に、させていただきます
And of course, this will be for all
Yeah, it does
jobs,
feel a little
including
odd
disciples of the land and hand.
Not being level 99.
では続いて
Be cool if they add just like-
コンテンツに関してちょっ
Yeah.
と新情報も交えつつ
Yeah, good morning.
お伝えしていきたいと思います
Enjoy your
I want
breakfast.
to talk a little bit about some of 7.0's
Or battle
core
con,
battle
okay.
content. We have some new things
Yeah,
to
it'd be
show
nice
you
if they
as
give you a little achievement once you hit 99.
まずフィールドの
Fates, the
アクティブ
hunt,
タイムイベント
treasure hunts,
いやそれからモブハント
West Sync side
新しいトレジャーハント
quests. Who would have
これら
guessed?
全て、いつも通りしっかりたくさん
Maybe
用意
there's
さ
fates
せて
in
い
this
ただいて
game?
ます
So, active time events, the fates, the hunt, treasure hunts, we're going to have all these.
でもちろん新しいダンジョンというのもたくさんあります
And of course, we're working on many new dungeons
I like
as well.
that concept
ダ
art.
ンジョン
It's a dungeon. This is a dungeon.
ダンジョンの数もですねこれまで以上の同数しっかり用意させていただいてます
I don't think we saw those
Okay,
in
and
the
we're gonna
NA
have at
FanFest,
least
did
as
we?
many dungeons as we had in the past expansions.
Yeah, so pretty much every odd level we'll get a new
いくつか
dungeon
の
and then a
ダンジ
few
ョンについ
at
てスクリーン
max.
ショットやアートワークでちょっとさらにね追加情報としてお伝えしていこうと思います
Right, so next, let's take a look at some art and screenshots showcasing a few of those dungeons in development.
Oh,
と言いながら
actually got screenshots for us.
このアート
Interesting.
もう新情報だよね
But yeah, this art, this is awfully new.
まずスクリーンショット1枚目
All right, off to our first
All right, another
screenshot.
platform battle. Man, they really like
dungeon.
those
This is
the
a
past
dungeon.
couple of expansions, don't they?
Area, dungeon.
It's a dungeon
It's a dungeon.
Yes
Okay, as long as you're sure.
I mean, I'm cool with cruising down the Amazon, fighting birds or whatever.
なんですが、この
Well, crocodiles
一見
just
川の
jumping
プロ
up
フィー
at
ルで見る
us.
ところ、こちらダンジョンで、なんとジャングルクルーズからスタートします。
So yeah, when people think dungeons, they usually think like caves, but looks like this one will start off as a river cruise.
Yay,
まあね、ちょっ
woo.
とどんな戦闘とかね、
There's a few more woos
キャラクター
than I
同士の掛け合い
expected.
とか繰り広げられるのか、今からちょっと楽しみですね。
But I'll let you imagine what kind of battles and player interactions are going to go on here.
でもちょっと落ちたくないね。
I don't want to fall in the river though.
Giant serpent boss,
not
yeah.
a good idea.
Who would have guessed?
Crocodiles,
so-
piranhas, and
やられそう。
yeah.
こちら、
Ooh.
まあ、一見するとちょっとアー
Ooh.
トワーク
Those
にも
lighting
見
effects.
えるかもしれませんが、こちら実機の、
That looks
動
nice.
画像になります。
So I know this looks a lot like artwork, but this is an actual in-game screenshot.
Yeah, that looks really good,
川
those
登り
lighting
なのか
effects.
川下りなのか、それらを向かった先がこんな感じです。
RTX on, baby.
So yeah, we go upriver, downriver. Who knows?
We finally
At the
made
end
it.
of the cruise, this is what awaits.
いや、アートに見えるよね。
It does really look like artwork.
この環境セットアップしている開発者、今回ロンドンのファンフェス来て
Yeah,
ま
this
す
is going to be really fun
後ほ
for,
ど開発パネル
for
でもこういった
those of us who are
話してくれると
G
思います。
posers out
So
there.
yeah, the team
lot of good
that actually
locations.
worked, one of the members of the team that actually worked on this and the environment team is here today and is going to be up here on stage. So looking forward to meeting and hearing what he has to say about
Yeah,
this.
yeah. So after they do the keynote, which I will not be streaming after the keynote, but you know it's a whole day of events. They'll have the development panel. I think it's after the opening ceremony.
変わったこれもダンジョンです。
Right, and now we're somewhere completely different. This also is one of the new dungeons.
これもね、なんかアートに見えるね。
This is also very, yeah, it looks like art.
こちら外なのか、それか何かの一部なのか、自然地形と人工物の間に何か
Yeah, some people in Discord are making some good. Like, I'm getting a lot of Monster Hunter vibes
So is this
from
somewhere
from this
outside or
expansion.
inside? Is it a part of something?
I'm not
Are
complaining
those
'cause
natural
I think it looks
formations or
fantastic.
man-made? And what are those purple things
But
growing
it definitely
everywhere?
gives me Monhun vibes.
先ほどのエリアをもう少し上がったところになるんでしょうか。
And here's another look of the same dungeon, but up from a little higher.
明
Coral
らかに、
Highlands.
雰囲気遺跡と思われるものがあるんですが、ちょっと雰囲気異様な感じですね。
And again, look at
Yes,
that
we can
fog
see some
around the mountain
strange
back there.
architecture that resembles ancient
Bet it's gonna
ruins.
look fantastic
これまで
in
に
like in
光
motion.
の選手の皆さんが冒険してきたどのエリアともちょっと違った印象になっているんではないかと思います。
So yes, this is far different from any place the Warriors of Light have journeyed before.
ではダンジョンのお話最後にですね、開発中の他のダンジョンの、まだちょっと実機はお見せできないんですがアートワークを2枚ほど持ってきましたのでちょっとご紹介していこうと思います。
So finally, we have some artwork for 2 more dungeons that we'd like to show you, but you're going to have to use your imaginations to visualize how they're going to turn out in-game.
まず
Okay.
1枚
So
目
some concept art.
So this is our first.
まあこちらまさに It's a dungeon
It's a dungeon.
It's a dungeon 古代の遺跡の
Yeah, it looks like a couple of the
しっかり
Shadowrunners
した
dungeons.
こういうね構造を持ってる
Just,
というふうにねアート見えますね。
And
Underground.
this also has that look of, sturdily built ancient
But I kind of
ruins
wonder
to
if
it.
that's like a cerulean
こ
pool.
ちらはすでに、レベルデザイナーのレベルデザインが終わりそのレベルデザインに合わせた、構造をアートチームがこうデザインしてってるからですね。
Okay, but what you see here is not concept art. In fact, the level design for the dungeon is already complete, and this artwork was created to help the modeling team.
Okay.
本当はですねこういう
Yeah, so you can see exactly where your pools are going to be right now. There you go. Take a good look, Tanks. Gonna be looking at this a lot.
書き込まれてるんですがさすがにねお見せするわけにいかないのでちょっと消してきました。
So now, artwork like this usually has a lot of text written in the margins to help the designers. It's filled with lore and secrets. But we just kind of cut that out because, to avoid spoilers.
そしてもう一枚
Okay, and now
Yeah,
for the
that's got to
surprising
be a
one.
cerulean reactor. Give me Mako engine vibes from FF7.
メカニカル
Summer vacation.
Alternatively,
サマーバケーション
it kind of
Summer
looks like the
vacation.
inside of my
Okay.
PC.
Maybe
I mean,
cold capsule.
Oh,
Yes,
say,
yes.
say cold.
you know what I'm
It's a lot.
talking about. I mean, look at that fan.
こちらもダンジョンしかもメインストーリーに登場するダンジョンなんですが あまりのね機械文明の発展にちょっとびっくりしますね。
So yes, this is a dungeon for the 7.0 main scenario. But again,
Okay.
unlike the nature that we've seen before, this has a lot of mech.
A giant case fan.
詳細な
I mean, I'm telling you,
解
man.
説は差し控えますが
That's what it
やはり
is.
この 7.0 の冒険、単なる光の戦士の夏休みでは終わらなさそうな気配が漂ってます。
So yes, it looks like Dawn Trail is going to be a little bit more than your ordinary summer vacation.
で
Broad
は
ass dungeon.
このダンジョンに登場する、強敵、ボスの一体をちょっとご紹
New
介しようかなと
threats.
思い
Oh
ます。
no.
All right, so now that we've seen
Who
where
would've
you're
guessed?
going to fight, let's find a little bit about.
Wonder if
more
that thing can
about
cool a
who you're
4090.
going to fight.
まあ
I
前
don't
回はね
know.
透滅戦の相手
Might
を
need to add
披露しま
another
したが
one.
今回ね透滅戦ではないんですが、
So last time in Las Vegas, we showed one of the raid bosses.
Okay.
バリガレマンダに続いてもう一体大型のモンスターの紹介となります。
And this one is not a raid boss like Valagramanda that we showed in Las Vegas, but we have a very important and large enemy to show you.
Oh.
え
Interesting.
名前をですね今回ご紹介するのはエリミネ
The
ーター。
Eliminator.
もう
You know,
どんどん夏休みから遠ざかっていく。
Yes,
They-
we're getting a little bit further
they can't
away
win
from
every
summer
time, I
vacation
guess.
again. Yeah?
まあさてどんな形で出会いどんな戦いになるのか。
Yeah, I have to imagine that's a dungeon
こういっ
boss.
た今まで
You know?
多分皆さんが
Big
黄
O.
金のレ
Yeah.
ガシーでちょっと想像してたのと
It does
だんだ
kinda
ん
look
変わ
like
ってき
Big
た
O,
んじゃない
right?
かなと思います。
Now, we can't tell you much about it yet or exactly how you meet, but it's obvious that we're going against expectations for Dawn Trail so far.
このエリミネーターね機械なのかそもそも生物なのかダンジョンのアートワークに続いてねだんだん謎が深まっていく基調講演になってるかなと思います。
Again, it's hard to tell if this is a machine,
Second, you thought it
or
was
if it's
Ultima the High
alive, or
Seraph,
something
yeah.
in between.
Top half.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that? What was that, Yoshi?
じゃあ続いてコンテンツサポーター。まあこちらアップデートは行
Oh,
っ
hey,
て
here
い
we
きま
go.
すがもちろん今回も全てのメインストーリーのダンジョン対応させていただいてます。
Okay, next up we have our duty support feature, and you'll be happy to know that this feature will be made available for all of the instance dungeons for 7.0's main scenario.
Wonderful.
かなり
Wonderful.
新しく、コンテンツサポーターとして
Like they are all caught up, I think,
多いです。
for all of the
And of course,
MSQ
there's
at
gonna be
this
a lot
point.
a lot of new characters.
I've been
that are
using
gonna
it
be
so much to
included
level
in
my
this duty
palette. I
support feature.
really love the
たくさ
duty
んの
support.
AI 作らなきゃいけなくて
It's
ゲームデザイナーたち
You know, just AFK for a little bit.
But that means,
Spin around a
our
couple
game
times
designers
to
and
make
programmers
sure
are
I keep
having to
the
work a lot
aggro.
on all of the new
Watch some
AI.
Netflix, some Crunchyroll.
そして多数
Oh.
の新装備新クラフト、もちろんギア多数用意しております。
Nice. That's
And with all these
crafting
new
gear,
dungeons
huh?
and enemies, the
I like the
world will need
herbalist
some
there.
proper new gear, and we have a lot of new recipes to make sure that you're properly kitted.
おしゃれがね
Where's fish?
気になる皆さんも
Show me the
ぜひご期
fish.
待ください。
And of course, we'll be introducing a lot of fashionable items as well.
ではちょっと新しい装備のアートワーク見てみましょう。
So let's take a closer look at some artwork for these new items.
まず
Ooh.
ギャザラークラフターもね専用装備当然
Very
全て
Victorian.
一新されます。
All right, Disciples of the Land in Hand will, of course, be getting new job-specific gear as well.
The left there is appropriately fancy.
第一次クラフ
Very
トアップデ
red
ー
magey.
トを行った状態で
I approve.
順調に進んで
I mean, it's the most important
今
asset to us,
どのよう
right?
に時期で見られ
That's
る
where
か
we store our
ご期待ください
power.
So we're currently in the modeling phase of development with our new graphical update.
Looks like
So
looks
for
like
now,
that's
you're gonna have to
Taylor.
imagine
He's
how
got
these designs will
the
look when rendered
the
in
sewing
game.
kit at the chest. Yeah.
そしてこちらはジョブ専用装備の一部ですね。
And here we have some job-specific gear for the Disciples of War and Magic.
Nice.
まあどれがどのジョブかは
I like how you
言
have
わなくても大丈夫だよね。
We
the
don't need to tell
caster,
you
the
what
dancer,
jobs
and
these are
then
for,
it's
right?
just yet another Dark Knight.
今回もジョブ専用装備はですね
That monk looks really cool,
冒険のその
though.
地域の
I love that
特徴
monk
デザインにあ
design.
まり寄せずそのジョブのイメージというのをストレートに書き起こすように
This is just the new
というふうに
expansion.
ディレクションしてます。
Okay, instead of designing the gear to match more of the geographical or cultural feel of Tyrol, we decided to take a much more straightforward approach with their
Yeah,
design.
I really like that monk. It's a shame I'm garbage at it, but I would wear that.
新たな生活系大規模コンテンツ
So as I mentioned
Ooh.
back in Las
So is this
Vegas, we're
gonna
planning
be
some expansive expansive new lifestyle.
Dawntrail's version of the
7.X シリーズにおいてもですね、
Island Sanctuary, because they said, I think that they're going to be like ramping down the Island Sanctuary. They're not really going to expand it too much because they want to do some new stuff. So
that'll be featured alongside existing content such as
Yeah.
Guardian Restoration and Island Sanctuary.
なんとかですね、この場で発表したかったんですが、もう少し企画の詳細を詰めたいということで、残念ながら詳細までは今日お伝えできないんですが、日本のファンフェスでは
Let me romance the
お届け
villagers,
できるか
please.
と思います。
So the plan was to show you that new content here, but the team in charge didn't think it was quite ready and wanted just a
Oh, you gotta
little
be
bit
kidding
more
me.
time. So we're going
Ah.
to be putting off the big
The
reveal
bait.
until Tokyo. So we have to wait a
Oh,
little bit longer.
no.
開発チーム
They
が
got
頑張ってるの
us.
で
They got
そ
us,
の
lads.
The dev team is hard at
They
work,
got
so
us,
please
lads
forgive
and
them.
lassies.
ありがと
We
うござい
got
ます。
fooled yet again. But I am excited that they are going to be continuing like the very chill side content. I really liked it.
All right,
It's just a
they
nice place to
heard
hang
your,
out.
You're cheering, and so now they're like, oh, gotta get back to work. Gotta
ありがとうございます。
So, thanks.
ただ今回の、生活系の大規模コンテンツ、前回ね無人島開拓は一人で遊ぶものっていう形でしたが、今企画しているのは皆さん多人数で、遊んでいく盛り上がっていくというコンテンツの企画内容になってますので、また詳細の発表をねご期待いただければと思います。
What else do we have other
Island
than job
Sanctuary for
adjustments?
Solo content. This new content that we have planned for Dawntrail is going to be something that you can enjoy with a lot of people.
Really? Interesting. Okay.
さてでは各種バトルコンテンツもご紹介しましょう。
Very interesting.
All right, we mentioned battle content a little earlier, but we have a lot more installed.
さあ、これらのバリアントダンジョン、8人レイド、それからもちろん Z シリーズも、
Datum 3.0 Oh god.
これらすべて作ってまいります。
Been spending a lot of time in
We'll be
Watchalong
adding new
lately.
variant dungeons,
I don't know if
a
I can
new
handle
eight-player raid,
another
and
one.
a new ultimate raid that will be just as challenging as those that become before.
そして当然ながらアライアンスレイドも新シリーズ始まります。
And of
Oh,
course,
yeah.
we can't forget our alliances out there.
今日ここではですね、その次のアライアンスレイドが一体どんなものになるのかご紹介したいと思います。
And so here in London, we are excited to finally announce our latest alliance.
All right,
raid
here we go.
series.
Here we go. Did they get some guest producers for it? With 11? Really? Okay. Oh man, my coworker is really gonna love this. He's playing on the Horizon FF11 server right now. Like he's obsessed with it. That's cool. Okay. I wonder if this means that they're finally gonna be merging subs too. That'd be really cool.
MMORPG として大先輩であるファイナルファンタジー11運営開始からすでに21年、その運営20周年を記念して
That'd be really cool if they start merging subs. You might see me doing some 11 streams.
シリーズはそのファイナルファンタジー11の世界を垣間見る冒険をお届けしたいと思います。
So to
Discord's
celebrate
already
over
saying not the
20 years
crabs.
of Final Fantasy XI, we are turning to our MMORPG Senpai
Yes.
and stepping into Vanadil to get a glimpse of this wonderful, exciting world.
果たしてどんな
Very
ストーリー、どんな
interesting.
ボスが登場するのか、
Not what I expected at all, but
As
you
for
know,
what story will feature, who you will meet, what
I'm fine
bosses
keeping
you
it
will
in the
find.
Final Fantasy family.
We can't tell you that.
もちろんファイナルファンタジー11から続くねこのファイナルファンタジーシリーズの長い MMO を楽しんでいただいている、そして今もねファイナルファンタジー11遊んでいただいている方にも楽しんでいただける内容に仕上げていこうと思ってます。
But we can guarantee that it will be something that longtime fans of Final Fantasy XI and even players of fans right now will be able to truly enjoy.
さあじゃあちょっと
Very,
質問
very
していいですか
interesting. Okay.
So, speaking of which, I have
Gonna
a
have to bug my
question
coworker
for all of
about
you.
that.
11
Get caught
今も
up.
やってるんだよなって。
How many people out there are still playing 11?
I mean, it's still going strong, from what I
いや
understand.
いやもう11はめちゃくちゃやったよ。今は14やってるけど11めちゃくちゃやった
For
よ。
a 20-year-old
So,
game,
how about
you know?
people that, I'm playing 14 right now, so I don't have time for them, but I played a lot of 11 back in the day.
ああすごい。
Most of what I remember about 11 was in college when my roommate played it 14 hours a day and never went to class. So I never had any privacy while he was playing that and letting Scotty Doesn't Know play on a loop on the TV. He would literally put on their Euro Trip DVD but not even watch the movie, or just keep it on the intro.
A lot of people watching on the stream as well have been raising their hands.
That's my 11 experience.
ではさらに、コンテンツ
Okay, so we've got some ongoing content, some updates, all right.
しておこうと思います。
And of course, we're going to continue our updates of existing contents as well during the 7.x series.
もう一個一個は説明しませんが、
I'm not going to explain each of them here, but you get the idea.
Hey, more Hildy, okay.
これらは
New deep dungeons.
一つ言いません。日付 7.x でも大量の
And the new
アップデートを
gold
お届けしていく
saucer.
予定です。
That's the one I think a lot of people are curious about.
そして、まあこれだけじゃなくてですね、久しぶりに
I need to hop into Eureka
予
Oithos
定してます。
a few more times. I didn't really do a whole lot of it
Even more special.
when it came out. Oh, and
And
new limited job. Ooh. Ooh. Are we finally getting Beastmaster? Are we finally getting Beastmaster?
リミテッドジョブとして登場してい
Interesting.
ますが、その第2弾、新しい次なるリミテッドジョブというものの開発を今進め始めてます。
all right, to go alongside Blue Mage, we are currently working on an all-new second limited job.
Okay.
まあ実装まで、まあちょっと 7.x
I
シリー
mean,
ズの後半
he
で
hates
実装の予
doing
定な
pet
ので、
classes.
ちょっとしばらく
But a limited
お
job
待
as
ちのことになります
Beastmaster,
が
like catching
Again, its
pets.
release,
That
isn't
feels like a
currently
limited
planned until
job,
the
like
latter half
perfect for
of
it.
the 7.x series.
Later half, though. Okay. So like 7.3.
But you know, we do hope to tell you more about it soon. But we're gonna kind of ask you, what do you think it's gonna be?
Yes.
So many shots for Beastmaster.
ビーストマスター結構いる。ちょっとコージ聞いてみて他にどんな
Let
の
me
あるか
summon my squirrels, please.
Fisher.
Fisher.
いやいやいやいや。
Fisher too.
結構ね、からくり師ってさ、英語だとなんていうの？
I can't remember.
They're finally gonna introduce Foursquare into
からくり師。
into Final Fantasy
パペ
XIV.
パペマスター？ああ、なるほどなるほど。
Oh yeah, Puppet Master.
いやー、そうあんまり言うとさ、なんかそれっぽくなっちゃうから。
Beast Master.
I mean, if they added Puppet Master, you guys know my guitar streams.
まあで
We're
も
gonna
やっ
have
ぱり
some fun with
パー
that.
ティープレイではなかなか、実現できない、遊びとセットで、新しいリミテッドジョブ開発していきますので、まあぜひどんなものになるか、
Yeah, so I mean that's like far in the future though. That's probably 2 years down the line, but
Something that we can do that's separate from party play, similar to how it is with the Blue Mage. So yeah, please look forward to it.
まあそんなに遠く
yeah, I mean, I feel like that
ない
would be
どんな
perfect for
リミテッドジョブに
Beastmaster.
なるかお伝えして
I know he
いいんじゃ
just
ない
hates
かなと思ってま
doing
す。企画は順調に進んで
pet classes for like
While we
actual
can't say any more here,
content,
we do hope to
but they could
reveal
have some
more
fun with it
information
in a
very, very
limited
soon.
capacity, right?
各種コンテンツアップデート、ここまで触れてきましたが、
Onion Knight.
今回もですね、グラフィックスアップデートの、進捗についてこの場でちょっとお伝えしたいと思います。
All right, so now that we've talked about our content updates, I'd like to move on to the planned first graphical update.
前回のファンフェス途中経過お
Okay,
伝え
here we
してま
go.
すが、その途中経過に対して皆さんからのフィードバック、
So they showed off some of the screenshots of the
そこでさらに
other
調整しましたよと
races
いうのを
last
ちょっとお
time.
伝えし
So
たい
let's see
と思
what
って
else they've
きてます
added since then.
So after showing everyone our progress with the graphical update back in Las Vegas, we got a lot of player feedback. Over the past few months, we've taken that feedback and we've made even further adjustments.
メインキャラクターの種族アウラだよっていう方、
So how many people here have an Aura character?
Yeah, buddy. Let's go Blue Raw.
え
Very short and very
持
angry.
ってきたのはこのアウラ
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, so we're going to talk
Give me
a little
them
bit about
shiny
the auras,
horns.
horns and scales.
できるだけね皆さんのイメージ損なわないように注意しつつ
G posters eating good tonight.
アップデートなんですが
Again, we've been tweaking it a lot with our new graphical update.
Yeah, Makoto ears. Yeah, we'll see if they announce that.
アウラ族の角とかそれから鱗の表現っていうものにいろんなフィードバックいただきました。
So yes, our main goal was to introduce these fine adjustments that won't feel too drastic and ruin that unique look that we've all gotten used to. And if you recall, this includes tweaks to polishing things like the aura horns and scales.
まず次にお見せするのが
Yeah, I mean, right now it's literally just a texture map over your body.
Okay, so first off, we're going to start by showing you what we showed you back in Las Vegas.
これがね前回お伝えしたもの。
All right, and this is what we showed you last time.
角の表面とか
So we had like the shiny
鱗に
horns,
結構
a little bit
光
shinier.
の反射があってちょっとエナメルっぽい
But it's hard for me to tell because like I'm a very dark blue character. So I'm wondering how it's going to look with, you know, some of the different
So back in Las
color
Vegas,
options that you've got
the horns
available.
and scales that we showed you were very reflective and had a very strong enamel type of feel, and it was not something that a lot of people had expected.
まあこれはこれでやっぱり
I mean, I like
反
the
射があるので
shininess personally.
まあクオリティとしては
Let's see what it looks
比
like
較的
now.
高く見えやすい気はするんですが
What is that
And
subsurface
with this
scattering? I'm not
reflectivity, I mean, it
too up
looks
to date
very
on
high
my
quality,
3D
so it's good
stuff.
for showing off that
I
improved
think that's
quality of the
subsurface
horn.
scattering.
我
Isn't
々
it?
が 3.0 で、企画した時のアウラの元のイメージに近づけるようにさらに、継続して調整を続けてきました。
But it didn't really match our vision of what we wanted the aura to look like from our original design back at 3.0. So we continued tweaking.
すごい微妙なのでメインキャラクターアウラの人ちょっと一生懸命画面見てください。
All right, and so this is where we are. It's a very, very small change, so look very, very closely.
So they just made him a little less reflective. Okay.
And
これ
I
が
mean, you can tell
前回
this is before,
it doesn't have the
after
after.
the rim around it. The bitangent rim, I think. I don't know all the. I'm dumb. I don't know all the technical terms.
すいませんね。
You don't watch
Doesn't
me
even
for my
more
artwork.
exciting.
まあ光沢
But no, I mean,
強く
you can see what I'm
出てい
talking
た
about. It doesn't have the
スカを
halo
ちょっと
effect around
本
it.
体の色へ近づけてより
Still,
馴染
you
ま
know, a
せる
little
ということを
shiny.
やってます。
So we're continuing our work on lowering
But
that
the lighting fits a
reflectivity,
little bit
to be able to
more.
get
It
the
doesn't
horn
feel
color
like it
to
has its
something
own
more
like
natural
light
and closer to
source
what we originally intended.
behind the horn.
前回お見せした他の種族というのもですね前回のものがフィックスではなく、皆さんのその感想フィードバック見てどんどんギリギリまで細かくクオリティアップや調整を続けています。
So this goes for all of the updates for the other races as well. We've been receiving a lot of feedback, and what we showed you in Las Vegas wasn't the final product, but a work in progress.
ちなみになんですけど
Okay?
このスクリーンショットのこのアウラの女性のね首にちょっとライン入ってるんですけど
And so some of you with some very good eyes maybe notice a little line on the neck.
Oh, the next scene. Yeah, you can see the texture there.
ちょっと
And so basically when creating this, we had to rush and like we just took a head and popped it on a body.
これは大丈夫
Fair.
治るんで
We'll fix this.
Whomst
Don't
among
worry.
us.
次なんですが、さらに細かいお話をちょっとさせてください。
1.0
So we
based
talked
model
about something
adjustments.
very
Okay.
detailed, and so for next we're going to talk about something even more detailed.
ファイナルファンタジー14、9番と呼ばれているオリジナルのファイナルファンタジー14が13年前にリリースさ
I wonder
れ、
what they mean by
まあ
this.
その時から、より快適に遊べるようにという形でレルムリボンが作られてます。
So as many of you know, the original Final Fantasy XIV was released almost 13 years ago. Then a couple years after that, A Realm Reborn was released to improve upon the
Are we
original.
finally getting a return of the 13,000
How many
polygon
people here have been
pots?
playing since 1.0? Legacy.
Thank you.
Two woos. Two woos.
でその新生版を作るにあたってですねやはりこうできるだけ短い期間で作り上げていくということでQ14 のそのモデリングっていうのをうまくアレンジしてここまでやってきたとい
At
う歴史が
Girlbutt's
実はあり
return.
ます。
Yeah.
So
They
when
finally
making
add the
move from
slider.
1.0 to A Realm Reborn, we didn't have a lot of time. So we ended up having to repurpose some of the original character models for A Realm Reborn.
今回グラフィックスアップデートでは
Okay, so I'm assuming this affects like some of the NPCs that we
この吸盤から
know.
使っていたモデルというのにも改めて全てに手を入れて完全に新しいものへと進化させることにしました。
And so now, to coincide with the graphical update, we had to revisit our use of these older 1.0 models.
これこそ
I'm
めちゃ
sure
くちゃ
there's like
細
some
かいので
crates and stuff still sitting around in the
よく見てください。
background, like Ulda and whatnot.
This is going to get really, really detailed, so
Oh,
look
oh
carefully.
boy.
まあララフェルですね。
Okay, so we have our Lalafell.
これ現在のララフェルです。
This is the Lalafell that's in game right now.
まあ
Okay.
可愛いですね。
And of course, cute as ever.
ちょっとですね、ここに注目してください。
So I want you to focus on this part of the face.
その
They rounding it up a
その
bit.
あたりです。
You can kind
Yeah,
of see
right there
where
on the
it's
chin.
kind of flat,
まあ
right?
できる限りですね、キャラクターモデルを軽くかつ高品質に見せるためにローポリゴンを実はですね、ほっぺたの下にすごいこう四角いポリゴンを無理やりこう入れてですね、そこでこう顎の影のラインをつけるみたいなすごいこうなんて言ったらいいんだろう、テクニックみたいなことを実はやってます。
So, to ensure character models weren't a burden on the system, but also maintain a high visual quality, we implemented the use of these low polygon shapes. And the remnants of those can kind of be seen today in around
Yeah.
the cheek and the jawline.
I mean, that's common in a lot of
ただ
games.
今回キャラクターの肌の質感を上げてより影がリアルに滑らかに表示されていくためにですね、ノーマルマップと呼んでいる顔の凹凸データみたいなものっていうのも全て改めて綺麗に作り直しています。
Okay, so with the graphical update, however, we went back and we retooled and recreated what is called our normal map data, which in other words is basically this data that's meant to represent the bumps and dips and irregularities of those textures.
そのためですね、その新しいグラフィックスの状態に、この旧の状態のモデルをそのテクニ
Yeah,
ックを
computers are
残すままに
finally
してしまうと
powerful enough to
逆
run
にその
1.0.
非常に小さいポリゴン
13
が
years.
不自然な影を作ってしまうみたいなことが出てきました。
Okay, however, by doing that, it caused some conflicts with the existing low polygon data that we'd been using since 1.0, creating even these more mysterious bumps and dips in shadows.
わかるかな？
Can you tell?
わかる？
So there, and that's what happened.
ここにね、すごい微妙に
Yeah,
外
it's
側に
really
尖ったポリゴン
subtle.
が
It's really
影の
subtle.
邪魔をしてるんです。
If
So
you've
you can
never
see kind of there's these bumps on the
dealt
chin that are
with
kind
this a
of
lot in like
affecting the shadows.
SFM or Studio Neo or something like
い
that,
や、わかんねえよっていう
it,
反応だな
most
これ
people probably wouldn't
Everybody's like,
notice
I
it.
don't know, see, what?
But yeah, I mean, you can kind of
た
tell a
だ
little
こ
bit
れ
when they switch between the
ララフェル使っ
slides.
てる方どれぐらいいます？
How many people are using Lalafels?
皆さん自分のララフェルが一番可愛いと思ってますよね。
And so, of course, you think your Lalafell is the cutest, right?
まあなのでだからこそこういう細かいその違いっていうのをまあなくさないよう
Yeah,
に
so
できればしていきたい。
effectively, like what
た
they're
だこれ
doing
からのクオリティアップ
is changing how the light is going to be bouncing off the chin. They might have redone the mesh a little bit more too to round it off a little bit. But those little changes like that affect how the light and those shadows bounce off when you're looking at it.
And so I
You're not
know
going to
that some
notice it
people may
most of
look
the
at these
time
kind
in
of
just like a normal
imperfections
cutscene, but if
born
you
from
are
these old
really big in like
techniques as
G-pose or something like that, you've probably noticed it
and,
a
you know,
couple
we
of
didn't want
times.
to get rid of them
Right.
all, because we know that that's what makes the Lalafell special. But moving with this graphical update and having something that matches that, we decided it was time to at least touch them up.
Yeah, like little things like how the mouth kind of puckers in just a little bit there on the corners.
影がめっちゃ自然になったの分かります？
So you
Yeah.
can tell that like
Look
the
at that.
shadow is now much more natural.
すごい細かいん
Yeah,
で
you can
すけ
see
ど。
the chin's a lot
You
rounder.
have to look very, very
The
closely.
shadows are a little bit smoother. They're not as angular. Yeah, I think you're gonna notice once you actually get in and start G-posing. It's a pretty significant difference.
I mean, you're probably all wondering, it's like,
And this is just in
couldn't
front of
we
a
have
white
not done this, like,
background,
in a
right?
different panel? Did it have to be at the keynote?
My old photographer self is like way over analyzing this.
なんとしても今皆さんが思っているキャラクターイメージのまま
Yeah, I think people are
より
gonna
クオ
like
リテ
it.
ィアップをさせていくために
Once you get more than a couple light sources and some actual backgrounds, yeah, gonna look really nice.
前をこう比較してほんのちょっとでもポリゴンの角があったら何なんだこのポリゴンはって言って、そういうことを日夜やっているので、ぜひグラフィックスアップデート楽しみにしててくださいというお話です。
But again, we wanted to show you this especially because we wanted to show you just how hard we are working on this graphical update. We understand that you all love your characters and we don't want to change your characters, but we do want to make them look a lot better. And so we're working on these tiniest of issues to improve it. I'm there looking at everything. If I see even a hint of a polygon, I'm like, no polygon! And so, again, this is the extent of the work that we're doing, and we wanted to show that with you here today.
Yeah, shout out to them. I mean, it's really tedious trying to do things like that. Like they really do have to go in and pretty much handcraft it, you know?
All right, that was enough talk about the super tiny technical issues. Let's talk about something easy.
Yeah, red mage front and center.
頭装備とですね、メガネが同時に装備できるようになる。
Look at all those beautiful glasses.
And so,
Look at those
the
beautiful glasses.
Helmets, glasses. What's easier than that?
Can Vieira finally wear hats?
グラフィックスアップデート順調に作業進んでます。
All right, so development on that first graphical update is proceeding smoothly.
これまでの13年にわたる膨大なアセット、アーティストたちがですね、必死に調整をしてくれてます。
Our artists are working tirelessly to improve all of our 13 years of graphical assets.
このグラフィックスアップデートやファイナルファンタジー14のグラフィックスがどんなテクニックを使って作られているのか。
Man, that's these guys are just they do nothing but work.
So for those of you who
Shout
want
out
to know
to the
more
dev
about
team.
this topic of graphical update, as well as the kind of techniques that the team uses to create Final Fantasy XIV, we have this great development panel coming up a little bit later. That
Yeah,
will show
I mean,
you
if you
all
are
how we do
interested
this
in
and
this
show you some of
technical
the
stuff,
tools that we
the
use.
dev panels are really interesting. Like I said, most people are probably just like, okay, how's it going to look in G-Pose, right?
It's going to be really interesting.
But
so we hope
if
you
you
look forward
like
to it
game
and if you're able to
development
watch
and
it
you
with
like
us.
just kind of their thought process, I highly recommend the dev panel later.
All right, while we're here, we want to remind you one more time about the new minimum and recommended requirements.
Yeah, I'm one generation
How many of
below
you are
that
ready to go?
Intel for the new recommended, but
All right.
I should be fine. I should be fine with my GPU and RAM to back it up.
We haven't raised it too much, but please understand. Thank you.
はい。では、残りの時間、この先 7.0 までに、アップデートしていく内容の、追加情報をお届けしていければと思います。
All right, so finally today, I want to talk a little bit about the content we have planned before the release of 7.0.
Oh, we're actually getting some stuff in 6.55 today. Interesting.
まずは、
I didn't expect that.
発表させていただいた Xbox バージョンに関してです。
There you go.
All
Our
right, first off, we
Xbox
have
players
the
out
open
there.
beta test for the Xbox version.
はい、Xbox バージョンはですね、来年1月中旬から2月にかけて、スタートさせていただきます。
And our test is scheduled to begin in mid-January and
I mean,
continue
it
through
is pretty
February.
amazing that you can play this on pretty much anything you want. For an MMO, I think that's pretty cool.
前に Xbox バージョンも正式サービスへ、移行させていただきます。
This is again to find problems.
I have a lot of friends that play this on PS5, which is really surprising. You would think PC would be the big one, and it is. But there's a lot of people that play on PlayStation, so I think having the Xbox is going to be pretty cool.
So all of our Xbox users out there, we welcome you to join the test and help us make the game great.
では続いて、新しい 7.0 じゃないや 6.5X で実装されるコンテンツ動画をご用意してきましたので、まずそちらをご覧いただこうと思います。
And so now for our next announcement of 6.5x content, we have this special video.
Oh.
Roll it.
Special video? Oh, the Fall Guys thing. Yeah. The Fall Guys collab. I forgot about this. Yeah. So, we'll be able to play Fall Guys. in FF14 and vice versa, apparently. I think that's how this works. So all you jump puzzle fans out there, prepare yourselves. I mean, I think it looks fun. I think it's gonna be... I think it'll be pretty fun stream content here in the future. Oh god. They've even got the spin effect. Yo, Jimbo! Okay, this is a lot more involved than I thought it was going to be. That's... Oh my god, that glam. I need that. I need that glam. I need it. Yeah, that's... Oh wow, that soon. Interesting. Nice. October 31st, Halloween. So yeah. I'll be working that day, but we'll be doing some streams of some Fall Guys Final Fantasy XIV. I've never played Fall Guys, believe it or not.
On October 35th, patch 6.51.
So yeah, please look forward to it. Come on in. Carry me.
動画で、ご覧いただいた通り、フォールガイズのエッセンスを、入れつつ、フォールガイズチームにも監修してもらいながら、ファイナルファンタジー14独自の味付けを行ったコラボレーション。
Yeah, I'm awful at these jump puzzles, so this is it's gonna be a train wreck.
We had people from the Fall Guys dev team help us out, make sure that we followed that, but it will also feature this unique Final Fantasy XIV spin on all the frenetic Fall Guys gameplay we know and love.
It is kind of cool that it somehow fits with the mechanics. That they're actually able to do it with this engine.
Content is designed for groups of 24 players, with, of course, random party matching for players who don't arrive with their own alliance.
So the big question is how long it's going to last. Is it going to be like the Garo event where it's just 4 years straight?
開催されてしばらくお休みして開催されてしばらくお休みしてという数ヶ月おきにオープンとクローズを、繰り返していく予定です。
Okay, so one unique characteristic with this content is that it's not always going to be open. There will be periods of time where it is available and then period of times when it's not available.
Okay.
And we'll be repeating that over a cycle.
まあどうしてもそうしないとこう一気にねやったらまた
yeah, once a month or something like that.
ことになるので定期的にやっていきます
Once every couple of
あまりね
weeks.
焦らずに皆さんの時間のある時に開催と合わせてやってってくれればと思います。
Again, we want to keep the balance between the two games and keep that fair. So we're going to have, again, times on and times off, so you can enjoy the Fall Guys content and then go back to other content.
もちろん多数のオリジナル報酬ご用意しておりますので、ぜひプレイしてそれらのギアも手に入れてみてください。
And of course, there will be a great deal of unique prizes for those who participate and win, so please look forward to it.
I just want the hoodie.
では
Legitimately, that's all I need. That is enough to make me grind this out for a week straight if I need to.
クエストについてお伝えしようと思います。
Already sat through Crystal and
next, we
Conflict. I
have
can do
one
this.
final big announcement for a special quest that's going to be appearing in the 6.5x series.
Oh?
こちらも動画で
Special
まずご
quest?
紹介したいと思います。
We have a video to introduce this big
Are they
announcement as
finally
well.
doing the
So
16
roll it.
collab? Here we go. It's here. It's here. Oh god, they didn't do the sound mixing on it. I'm sorry. Everyone watching, I can't do anything about it. That's just how it sounds. Unfortunately, I still have not played 16 and will not be able to until it hits PC, but I will gladly hop into this. Ooh. We're fighting Ifrit, huh? Nice, nice. I mean, I've really liked their collabs they've done with the other games so far. The 15 collab was really good. Oh, the dog. We get the dog. Oh my god. And a mini dog. Okay. That's enough for me. I'm cool with it. Now please announce a 16 PC release. Please.
16とのクロスオーバークエストのお知らせです。
That's right, we can finally announce our Final Fantasy XIV, Final Fantasy XVI crossover event.
The Path Infernal. Excellent.
ファイナルファンタジー16のプロデューサーの吉田さんから OK が出ましたんで。
So yeah, I asked the producer on Final Fantasy XVI, you might know him, Naoki Yoshida. He said it was okay. So here we go.
頑張って作りますと。
That's right.
I'm glad they were able to work that out.
この永遠の旅路という物語、ファイナルファンタジー16の主人公であるクライブ・ロズフィールドと光の戦士の出会いの物語となってます。
All right, it's called The Path Infernal, and of course, will feature 16's protagonist, Clive Rosfield, fighting
So I wonder if they have the
alongside
date
Warriors of
for it
Light.
yet. It's 6.55, right?
もちろんまだまだファイナルファンタジー16未プレイドという方もいらっしゃると思いますし、PS5 版今年の冬に買うよと、PC 版出たら買うよというふうに待ってらっしゃる方もいると思いますので、あまり過剰な16のネタバレにならないよう仕上げておきました。
Again, we've written the story so that it doesn't spoil too much of 16 for those players who have yet to play Final Fantasy 16 or looking to buy a PlayStation 5 this Christmas or maybe waiting for the PC version. But there's enough in it so that everyone should have a lot of fun.
先ほど動画でご覧いただいた通り、16で大人気であるトルガルという、狼の、報酬など多数ギアご用意しております。
And I bet you all saw the Torgal goodies in that teaser trailer. Yeah. Rest assured, there'll be a lot of unique loot for this collab, including gear.
Oh, interesting. We'll get some gear, huh? I'm assuming Clive's outfit.
確かにね。
Dalamud pupper from the raid. Yeah. I mean, I imagine if they put in Dalamud, it's gonna be a
Have those auto combos in there?
Mog Station item. I can't imagine it
But if you
wouldn't
do put
be.
on the rings of,
But yeah,
the
if they
rings,
put in
your item
Dalamud,
level's
that'll
gonna
be
go
a day
down,
one
so-
purchase for me.
I don't know.
HD doggo.
ある意味物語の導入に近いそれほどね、壮大な物語というよりは16の世界を垣間見るような冒険になっています。ぜひ、それらをプレイしてですね PC 版だったりそれからファイナルファンタジー16の DLC などにもご期待しつつ、両方14も16も楽しんでいただければ
Man, I bought a whale. I can
ファイナルファンタジー
I can shell out a little bit
16
for
の吉田さんから
Dalamud.
コメントを預かってきております。
So,
Might
again, we'd like
keep me
to-
from
you
buying
to
another
think of this
game.
collaboration as kind of an introduction
that's fine, it's worth
to
it.
the world of Final Fantasy 16 for all of our Final Fantasy 14 players. We can't wait for you to get your hands on this new content, and we're currently developing alongside Final Fantasy 16 DLC and the PC version. And of course, you know, we got the okay from the producer, and he told us that, you know, it was okay to go. So
He just really loves that joke. Even Yoshi's not immune to dad jokes.
ありがとうございます。
Oh?
で
Oh,
は、
there we go, there we go.
ちょっとここでお知らせを最後、基
Sorry
礎コメ
about
ントが
that.
あるんですが、させてください。
Okay, so next up we have a final announcement.
クラウドデータセンターというもののテスト、我々進めております。
All right, as I talked about recently, we have a cloud server, cloud data center stress test coming up.
今まで、皆さんがプレイしてくださっている、データセンターというのは物理で、出来上がってるんですが、今回クラウドというたくさんの、マシンをつなぎ合わせて
In
こ
November.
うちょっとね動的に、大きくしたり小さくしたりできる、それをクラウドってよく呼ぶんですけど、それによってこうサーバーの拡張性が柔軟になるっていうクラウドデータセンターでプレイヤーの皆さんにぜひテストをお願いしたいです。
All right, basically, up until now, all of our data centers have been using physical servers.
Okay.
And we want to do this test with the cloud servers to make it easier to expand these. And so, to help
Okay.
do this, we need your
So I
help
wonder if they're
with the
trying to
test.
prevent a lot of the login issues that happen for
特
Endwalker.
にこの3年かなり、一生懸
And
命
that's what it
いろんな
sounds like to
企業さんと組んで
me.
構築してきたんですけど、 クラウドデータセンターでプレイした
No,
時実際には
they'll
どん
still
な
have the
負荷がかかるの
physical
か
data
どんな問
centers,
題が出るのかぜ
but
ひ
they can
洗い
use
出
this
しを
as a
させてく
backup
ださい
when there's like
So
high
we have spent,
capacity,
the past
you know?
several years exploring this possibility of expanding our data centers via the cloud servers, and we're at a point now that we need your help to help us with, find out any kind of things and issues that may occur.
これからもファイナルファンタジー14どんどん拡張していくためにぜひ皆さんのお手伝いお力をお貸しいただきたいです
Again, we would deeply appreciate your participation as it will help us continue to expand our game and our community.
その概要こちらになります
Newly
So we're
created
gonna talk a
characters
little bit about
only.
what this
Okay.
test entails.
東海岸で、実際にクラウドデータセンターを行うんですがアメリカのただヨーロッパ側からのテストもぜひお願いしたいです
50 million. All right.
The test will be conducted via our North
A few of you
American
can finally
East Coast
afford a
data
house.
center. That said,
There you go.
we encourage players from
Now's
all
your
over the world
chance.
near Japan to join the test.
そうですねもちろん日本の方もぜひよろしくお願いします
That's right. Players from Japan as well, you're welcome to join.
新規キャラクターのみ、作成可能でテスト終了時に申し訳ありませんデータは一旦ワイプさせていただきます
All right, so we're going to be asking players to create new characters for the test, but unfortunately, we're going to have to wipe those characters after the test is over.
その他いくつかちょっと制約はあるんですがキャラクターを作っ
Yeah,
た
so
際
the
にです
backup
ね
configuration.
メインクエストや各ジョブのレベルをアップさせる冒険録
I wonder if you'll be able
この
to,
キャラクターにプレゼントさせていただきます
to do
As you can see,
the
there are several other restrictions,
character
but to help
creator
players
aspect
jump
of it
right
and
into
like
test
save
right
the
away,
character
we'll be
themselves.
offering tales
There's
of
not
adventure
much
for
of a
all the main
reason to,
scenario and all the main jobs.
unless they announce female Rothgar and let you do a character test before then. But
Million gil.
ぜひ皆さんでですね皆さんは自由にいろんなコンテンツをマッチングしてプレイしていただければいいだけです
Again, we won't be asking players to play a certain way. We just need to have you come in and enjoy as much content as possible.
はいぜひ皆さんでさまざまなコンテンツプレイしていただけると大変助かります
And again, we hope that you all join us in this test.
yeah, I didn't even know they were doing this. But yeah, that should help out a lot with the login issues for the new expansion.
Again, this is for 14, this is for our future, and we'd hope to see you join the test.
So, 僕の基調講演もいよいよ終わろうとしておりますので、今回このドントレール黄金のレガシーもちろん、ファイナルファンタジーシリーズイメージアート数々ねお描きいただいている天野先生にも今回ドントレーラーイメージイラスト描いていただいてます
All right, so before we wrap things up this morning, there's one last slide I'd like to show you. All new Dawn Trail artwork by the one, the only Yoshitaka Amano.
Ah, Amano artwork. Wonderful. Here we go. Oh. Oh. Please look forward to it. You can't have a Final Fantasy without Amano artwork, right?
Something about this artwork reminds me a lot of the original Final Fantasy III artwork.
Oh, okay.
天野先生も
So it really is gonna be
ノリノリ
Onion
でい
Knight
つもファイナル
for the
ファンタジー
limited
14イメー
job.
ジイラスト描いていただいておりますので今回もものすごいスピードで仕上げていただきました
And Amano-san really enjoys making artwork for Final Fantasy XIV, and he created this in a short
Hey,
amount
thanks
of
for
time.
joining me,
さ
Sally.
て
Appreciate
欧州
it.
ファンフェスティバル、スタートを飾る基調講演として、僕の、トークセッションでしたが、今日お話しできるのはここまで
He
となり
rushed
ま
it.
す
Yeah.
All right, that's all for today's keynote. I can't say any more.
この先の最後のいろいろ隠された情報をすべてぶちまけていくのは、日本のファンフ
All
ェ
right,
ス
so
で行
there's
わせ
our
ていただ
next
きたいと思います
FanFest.
But I will be able
The
to tell
final
you more
one
when
in
we see you
Tokyo.
again next at our keynote
The big
at
boy
Tokyo
coming
Fan
up.
Festival.
Bringing it home. So we'll have that to look forward to just after the turn of the
こ
year.
のままオープニングセレモニーの方に移っていきたいと思います
All right, so now it's time to move into our opening ceremony.
Okay.
そのオープニングに際してですね
You need both swords for the
It's
opening
both
ceremony.
swords. All
もう
right.
クリッカーいらないからさ
Well, with that being said,
Weapon change.
that will be it for this stream. Once again, the link is
今
pinned
回ロンドンの
up
ファンフェス
in
まあ
the
開幕
chat
していき
channel.
ますが
So if you want to watch the opening ceremonies and move into
Before we
the...
move to the opening ceremony, I first need to summon a very, very important guest here with us for FanFest.
ファイナルファンタジーシリーズの生みの親
The father of
Oh yeah, and bringing in, yeah, Sakaguchi. Very cool. But yeah, so the link is pinned up in chat. So if you want to watch the opening ceremony, if you want to watch the developer panel coming up, the live letters, cosplay contest, hey, give it up for Sakaguchi, Hironobu. Wonderful. But yeah, thank you very much for coming along. This was a lot of fun. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did. A lot of good information. Oh man, I gotta stretch. But I'm so hyped for this expansion. I really am. I am a little sad we didn't get female Rothgar, but you know, Tokyo's still awaiting. We still have one more FanFest. That being said, it is like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning here, so I am going to bed. But thank you very much once again. If you want to catch me doing some more Final Fantasy XIV content or other video game content or really bad thrash metal guitar streams, whatever. Again, I'm Wes. I'm a variety VTuber, and yeah, you can like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. But that being said, I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your FanFest. And again, if you are there, have fun, be safe, enjoy the concert tomorrow. Take care, Warriors of Light. I hope you all are looking forward to this as much as I do. Take care. Bye-bye.